All right. Welcome back, everyone. Um, I know I've been absent for the last week and a half or so from my scheduled streams, and I apologize for that. I had some medical issues that I had to sort out, but I'm back and I'm doing better. So hope everyone who's live with me is doing all right as well. And if you're watching this afterwards, then I also hope that you're having a good day. Um, and I'll try and provide some entertainment, as well as just have some fun with everyone in chat um, as we continue our campaign in Rome 2. Hey, V Maze, how are you doing? Sweet, good to hear it. All right, so where we left off, for those who didn't see the first episode of this campaign, have started as the Romans, the Juliae faction, and we are going to work on expanding out of the Italian peninsula. And we've already captured 2 cities, and I'm not good with ancient names, but uh, Valathria and Ariminum are former cities of the the Etruscan League. There we go. And right now we're just working on finishing them off, and then we'll move forward. Most likely to the north, near Pavatium. Um, but I'm also contemplating going south the Greek peninsula, since I looked from last time, there was already a war going on between Sparta and the nation of Epirus. Looks like Athenians are starving for some reason. Don't know why. Maybe their food situation is just bad, but I don't know. Speaking of food situation, our food is not great right now. We have a food shortage, and we're trying to work on that. As far as I remember from the first session in this game, we did already build some buildings towards getting more food. So it's just going to be a turn or two more, and then we'll be able to recover some of that loss that we've had. So I remember everything was done, and I just needed to hit end turn, so I'll go ahead and do that. And we'll let... Oh, it looks like I can issue an edict because I control one of the provinces entirely. So that's a mechanic in the Total War games that whenever you capture, as it said, an entire province and control all the different cities or settlements in that province, you'll be able to issue edicts or basically uh, regional orders for all your cities. And those can be anything from increasing food production, increasing the conversion to culture, decreasing costs for recruitment and upkeep of units, increasing taxes, and then also public order. So there's plenty of ways that you can make your situation better by having all of the settlements in the province that you're currently working in at the time. So what I just did was I put out a edict for bread and games, which provides 4 food and plus 6 public order to the entire province or region, and so that should help a lot with our food situation. But it will take a turn to do so. But for now, it looks like we can move our spy. I'm actually going to have them come back to Rome and prepare them to join a navy so that I can get them over to Alalia, which is set on the island of Corsica. So she's done moving, and then I will go ahead and should have enough for another settlement, or sorry, another upgrade for a. There we go. We can spend that just to get things moving, so that we're not wasting any progress potential. So, and it looks like he's building that army. I'm actually going to get 2 sets of levies just to help with some range. And he's run out of movement points, which you can tell over on the left side here, the action points. I just call them movement points. In this game, it's mostly what they're used for. So, alright, and then I'm gonna hit end turn. See how it goes. Okay, he moved over there. That's good. We have iron tools now. Sweet. And it looks like we lost some men, armies, and that navy. Okay. And that is entirely because of the food situation. But as you can see now, we have plus 15 food, so we'll have all those units replenished pretty quickly. They don't. And it looks like there's a child who's been born in my family's whatchamacallit? My faction's main family. And the rest of these messages are basically just telling me that these the quartermaster report is just saying the units have been completed recruiting, and then looks like of our generals acquired a retinue, just +1 authority when leading an army. Sweet. He obtained a retinue or it's either a retinue or a item, I forget which, but that's positive 5% melee attack for all of the sword units, which is awesome. Plus armor for all units, nice. And those are all those food buildings that we were working on, with the exception of the Shrine of Minerva, which costs food, but it helps with our research rate and order. So, just give me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I just wanted to. So it looks like we have the ability to research new technology. We finished land management, and we also finished iron tools. So I think what I said last time we were on was I wanted to go in wealth from agriculture, because that will enable me to increase my food production as well. So what I'm actually going to do is click on seed selection so that it actually will set this as the goal for technology research right now, and that will do all of the research from what we have currently at Iron Tools all the way to the seed selection continuously until I tell it to stop or it gets to seed selection and finishes it. So that was a useful little piece of game mechanics. That way we don't have to worry about it for now. Looks like these guys suffered some attrition, so I'm just gonna let them heal up. And it looks like the Navy. It's a garrisoned army, okay. Just gonna maintain the blockade there. So it looks like what I can do is send I'm gonna send these guys to not attack them, but I'm going to put them within range so that when my other army comes down from Ariminum, provided that I can get, I might be able to reach that. It just looks like I'll have to go through the city first, which is not a problem. And it looks like if I hover over this specific army, you can see the red and yellow arrows going from the city and then to the enemy. It shows that he is within range to attack the enemy, but also within range to reinforce anyone who attacks the enemy. And the same thing with the city of Rome. The garrison of 9 units will reinforce. But what I want to do is send my main army down here so that he'll be ready to either attack or reinforce B. I want to see if I can actually get the last little bit of action points Okay, no, I can't. But what this does is it'll put the Etruscan League army in position where he won't be able to move without attacking these guys. But I could be wrong. It's been some time since I've played this game, so. But first, what I want to do.
At your command. Ready for orders.
First, what I want to do is. Yeah, okay, Nick one. Yeah, I'm back. I just had some to take care of, so I apologize for this last week and a half. Okay. Let's see, how are my finances doing? Still. Yes, time to conquer stuff. Alright. I just want to check my current situation with the other factions. The Etruscan League doesn't like me because, well, they're the Etruscan League. They already started before I actually started the game, so. Syracuse, we're putting some work into getting that trading. Okay. I want to be partners if I can. Sparta.
Welcome. I throw open the doors to you and bid you enjoy our talks.
I'd like to see if they can do a non-aggression pact.
Excellent.
Sweet.
We accept.
Can I get them to trade with me? Looks like there's no viable trading route. Must not have a port that can trade with them yet. Oh, that's easy enough to solve. We'll just have to liberate a certain port on the Greek peninsula. And then I can just trade to them via the land. And let's see. Gonna just recruit some units.
Are you ready to serve Rome?
And they'll build over time.
At your service.
These guys won't be able to attack this turn, but they will be able to attack next turn. So, and then let's see. I already have 2 places of worship, so I want to build this into most likely a mine or a villa because it'll give better wealth from farming since our research is currently working that direction. Excuse me. Or I could put it like in a mine and have a short-term higher level boosts of wealth income. I'm going to make it the villa because it's going to be over time more effective, especially because it'll get our food surplus much higher. Well, not much higher, but at least 4 points higher. So, that'll take 2 turns. So, looks like that's all I can do as far as money-wise, recruiting units and such. And I'm not going to actually attack these guys because they have an army garrisoned in their city. And that would cause some problems, but I want to at least keep their fleet from coming out. So I'm going to just maintain the blockade there. And once we get done with their army over here, I will, you know what? Can I start building a fleet? Profile. Okay. Looks like he's got a good amount of cunning and average zeal and authority. He's got the reverse. Average cunning, but good authority and zeal. And he has one, both have one command star. Okay. Sorry, I just have a tickle in my throat. Okay. Go back here for a second. Just want to look at the summary. So on this panel, this shows all of the different factions within my own nation. So Rome is split up into 3 different factions, not including the one that you control. So a total of 4. And it looks like my faction has the most influence right now, but I want to make it even larger so that eventually I can change over to a empire so that I'll get better benefits, especially with loyalty for political parties, because that will enable me to further solidify a more stable base as I'm expanding out. So and then we're going to does not have a spare slot. It's okay. Looks like he is I forget what other age. Okay, I think that's their age. So she's 23 and he's 29, and their kid is only 1 year old because he was born last season. Okay. So once Lucius Julius Cilio, I think that's how you pronounce that, is old enough, I'm going to have to work to marry him off so that I can, one, make him into a general, or you don't have to marry him off in order to make him a general, but to further solidify my influence with the other factions in my nation, I may have to marry him to a different a different faction and gain their trust. So, but for now, I'm gonna end the turn and keep moving. Well, that's unfortunate. We'll just add one more to the. Yeah, it's fight time. Although I don't think this is gonna be one that I win, Arcanic one. We'll see though. They have a lot more troops, but we'll see. What I'm going to do is I am going to fight the battle, but I'm going to stay in the city, so I won't sally forth. That way I can use the city to kind of funnel them and reduce the amount at once. So. At this point, the best thing I can do is just inflict as many casualties on these guys as possible. In the case of making it so that when I bring my larger army bear on them, I won't have to lose as many guys because I'll be able to hopefully at least take out one of these units, maybe two. I do have a set of heavy melee infantry, which is nice. Don't see those until a little bit later, but they were gracious enough to give me those. But that's because it's the general's bodyguard for when it's just a normal governor of a settlement rather than like an official general. So, I have some scripted plebeians. So that would mean let's see, don't really have anyone that I can throw them against without taking major losses. So I'm just gonna have to face facts on that one, but those Italian noble cavalry will be difficult to fight. But I do have one set of spearmen. So here's what I'm thinking. They're most likely going to want to. Okay, who burned down my villa? Who burned it down? They haven't even entered the city. This one, the only why is it the only building that's been burnt down? Oh no, it's not the only one. Yeah, this one over here. Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, they're most likely going to want to head straight for the capture point because it'll end the battle as been. Yeah, I don't know if I will have insurance on Villa Arcanic one, so we'll just have to see what the finances look like afterwards. So what I'm gonna do is I will put these guys here, and I will put them behind that. Spear infantry I'm gonna put behind, and then heavy units. It's only 33 you guys, but you are some of the best units that I have right now. So I can either throw you at the cavalry, cavalry. I always mess those two up. Or I can save them for taking out as many of those Italian spearmen as possible, which is probably what I'm going to do.
Sons of Mars.
But I will have to put them in the front lines because otherwise it's going to be problematic. The Spriorii, or as I like to call them, Town Watch, because in the first game they were just called Town Watch rather than Spriorii. So, what we'll do is we will take this unit and put. I'm tempted to put him over here, but at the same time, I could put him in the front in case the AI charges straight through with their cavalry. Yeah, it's probably the best bet. And then I can always just move them quickly if I need to. Not that I like doing that, but it is what it is. So.
Jupiter gives us strength. Pound Romans all.
Okay. And then these guys, I'm going to move just a little bit so I have some extra range where I actually get to my units. And then go ahead and start the battle. And because this city is on a hill, it is hiding.
This is the moment when men show their virtue. And looking at you, I have no doubts about your worth. To arms! Enemy approaching, sire! 3 days dead, with more about.
As somewhat expected. Oh, they're just gonna punch right through. Yep, they're just gonna punch right through.
Spears ready.
Throw the spears at them.
The men are wavering.
What do you mean the men are wavering? Oh, it's the puppets. Okay. Well, at least I have some javelin men support, even if my peasants run away. Looks like these guys are going around.
Our general is under.
Oh, they beat the guard. Okay. For the town watch, I mean. Yeah, I didn't expect well at all, but we'll just see how it goes. It's like they're circling around, most likely taking this path up the. Let's see if we can get them to go in. And sadly, because he's just a governor, he won't have, and not a named one either, as far like on the campaign map. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any rallying skills to help.
Our men flee the field of battle.
But at the very least, we took down some of them, hopefully. Let's see. Okay. We inflicted 52 losses. Still. 52 men in the ground is 52 men less that my other guys will have to fight when they take the city back. Okay. I know they destroyed the garrison.
Ready for orders.
Russian. But
Yes.
yeah, you should be able to keep that blockade up for a while. It should be fine. At least for now. Alright.
Ready for orders.
Now,
Ready for battle.
what we'll do... That belongs to Syracuse. Don't want to start a fight with Carthage just yet. So what I'm going to do instead
At your command.
is move this army over to Brunzium and make my way to attacking Apollonia. Because that will help out both Athena and Sparta. And it will give me a foothold on Greece for my inevitable invasion. Yeah, Arcanic One, they're about to do some boss music. Let's see, I've got total of
Ready for battle.
5 units there,
At your command.
another 16. So let's see, probably somewhere around
Commander.
1,500 men,
Ready for orders.
maybe 2,000.
Ready for battle.
So what I'll do
Commander.
is
Laying siege to the settlement.
attack the settlement,
Besieging settlement.
and I won't attack them right away because what I want to do is bring my secondary army to reinforce. Not that I actually need it, but I would like to have it, just in case something goes wrong.
Ready for orders.
So what I will do is put
Advance.
there, wait for him to arrive,
To battle.
save before the battle just in case. And then they're going to learn why they shouldn't have sided against Rome. Let's see. Yeah, I was right. Actually, no, I was wrong. I had less. I thought I had less than 2,000. So I actually have 2,700 troops, and they only have 1,100 troops. So we'll start that battle, and we'll see how long they last. Yeah, they're definitely going to be on the to conquer list. They've only got one other settlement besides this one, So we'll see. We'll see how long they last. Alright, it's dry, so I want those. Even though it's beneficial for the enemy, I don't want to have my guys running around fighting in the rain, as well as my missile infantry throwing javelins in the rain, because it decreases their accuracy. So you got slingers, you got skirmishers, and then they have their Italian spearmen. And they have 2 mobs that are Italian. Okay. And you'll notice that my UI has come up a little bit more, and that's to accommodate for the reinforcements that I'm going to be bringing in. So just want to see where all my units are.
Romans ready for duty.
And I'm going to see, even though I'm the attacker, I want to see if they try to attack me like I tried last time, even though it didn't work out last time. That said, it's always worth trying, just in case. Because why wear my men out running across this field when I can wear theirs out? And then from behind, we see reinforcements of mine. Alright. We will go ahead and put these guys over here, support the flank, make them walk so they don't wear themselves out. Put you also on the flank. Same thing, don't wear yourselves out. And then the general, if I can get a zoom in on them. I will go ahead and move him over as well. The thing with reinforcements for defenders from their town, in a case of them having a garrison army and then they have a bannered army above or standing on top of the town, in the case of the campaign map, their reinforcements are there right away. And that would be the same thing for when I have that situation happen. Whereas with the attacker, your reinforcements will come after a certain amount of time. So what I'm going to do is send some of my units find
Brave Romans to a man. And the double.
I could recall correctly, this is actually the exact same battlefield as that first battle we fought to take this city in the first place. That irony is not lost on me.
At speed! Missile infantry at your command! For the gods! Velites! Happy to serve Rome!
Yeah, I believe the woods are. I believe it is the same battlefield actually. Just because I remember setup. It is quite possible that I could just rush my current army ahead and take these guys down very quickly. But I do like a more metered approach so that I don't have to account for a sudden change in movement on the part of the enemy while half of my army, the reinforcements, are way back from the rest of the army. And you'll see on battles eventually where I'm fighting against enemies who have reinforcements that I will do everything I can to cut off the reinforcements from joining the main army. Because once they join the main army, it's going to be much harder to isolate them and take them down. So, going to guys over here. Rush you guys through the woods. The trees can get a little bit obstructive, but they're a nice scenery. Extra set of not archers. I keep on saying archers. And there as well. And as you guys can see, they're moving in anticipation of me moving some troops over this way. They're angling their battle line in a different direction. And that's exactly what I want them to do, because it will allow me to take these units and punch right through the middle once these guys and these guys have made contact. See if I can get them to overcommit, and then by that point it'll be too late for them. Come on. Take the bait. Yeah, you're moving. Tell. They're trying their best to protect their flank. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take their line and I'm going to basically, as you guys saw, their line adjusted more and more to accommodate these troops on the left here. Or actually, I think this would be the eastern side, right into where the map looks. Yeah, Arcanic One. That's exactly what I'm thinking. I'm going to actually break their line in half so that they have to accommodate a gap here because of this force and then the other force from right here moving up the hill. And if their cav moves in to try and take me out, I would just intercept with my general, which they do have more in their bodyguard than I do, but actually that's a medium unit and that's a very heavy unit, so I don't know if that will be... It says it's a high threat, but I've seen medium units take on heavy units and come out on top before. But we'll see. It all depends on how things go with main force and what I can do with these levies to angle the offensive. And then I could also... That's interesting. That's quite interesting that they're doing that. I'm surprised they didn't. Yep, there's the... Or I'm not sure if you guys can see it real well, but the slingers are firing on my guys. So, what I'm going to do is commit, and I'm targeting the spearmen because the slingers will just run. And it means that I will units and not get anywhere because I'll run right into their spearmen. It looks... Oh, I see. Catch them. Take that line. Take that line. Good. You guys, one there, and now bring in the reinforcement. Just those guys.
Hidden units have been discovered. Our hidden units have been discovered.
Okay, they put their small amount of that medium cav just hit my whatchamacallit, my my levies javelin men, but they're not going to be a match for my general's bodyguard, so I'm not too concerned about that. then what I'll do is wrap these guys around, order these guys to continue a barrage on their. And what I want to do is, hey, they are breaking off. Now I can commit. Send one unit after each of them. Bring the infantry in to reinforce the cav. The rest of them. Done. Did I lose? I lost 179 guys, and they lost 1,000. Well, 1,001, but. Alright, and because that was a. Yeah, I overdid it that time, but at the same time, they deserved it. So, alright, I'm going to. Okay. Yeah, Arcana 1. That's essentially what just happened. Yeah, I'll let my guys loot a little bit. Some more money, and then I'll start repairs using that money. I'll send these guys. I will start by sending them most likely either to join them or stay up here to allow for this army to go across the Mediterranean and hit Alalia. I think I'll be fine by just letting this unit go to this army and take command. I don't see any problems there. So I might want to wait until they run out of AP points. So the unfortunate thing is that when I loot a city or raise a city, which I'll probably never raise a city in this playthrough just because it's too damaging to the public order for too long of a time. Whenever I loot a city, as opposed to just occupying it, you get a pretty hefty conquest and provincial instability penalty. That the conquest one only lasts for the next turn only, as it says there, but the provincial instability lasts for basically 20 turns. So, and it'll slowly decrease as time goes, and I don't have the same battle happen again there. Or not the same battle, but basically, so long as there's no uprisings or major battles, I won't have to worry about it too much. And the next thing I wanted to do is this city. Oh, that's there. Okay. Okay, so no tech in order to build those two buildings. Have a rallying field. So I think what I'm going to do is build a public forum, because it'll help with public order. I need some more money over time. Then what I want to do, this is my first line of defense from Carthage, going to turn it to a... Oh, I don't have the ability to turn it into a... Oh, okay, because that's profit control. Sorry, I was getting this city and this city. I was getting the major capital, or the major provincial city, and the minor settlement confused. So I guess what I can do is try and maximize the amount of food that I can get. Yeah, I'll go farming settlement. Right. That can start building. So.
Ready for battle.
Now I can reissue that edict. More food, more public order. Always a good thing. Yeah, I kind of figured that was going to happen at some point. But... Oh wait, why does this say that it's a trap? I'm the one attacking. I don't want to attack.
Set up a blockade.
Just want to maintain the blockade, that's it. I must have clicked on it at one point, and not given it a full order, so. And now they're attacking me, okay. Sure, why not?
Support ships ready and waiting.
So, if you're new to the Total War series, most of the time games at least, you didn't have access to a naval battle per se like this. Since I think since Empire Total War. Yeah, I think since Empire Total War. If I'm wrong on that, someone correct me. I don't mind. But basically, since then, almost every Total War game after that has put naval combat in it, and so it works very much like ground combat, except you're just commanding troops that are all in the ships, and you can do the same thing as ground combat and assign them locations. But when the battle actually starts, the movement in naval combat is a lot slower than in whatchamacallit, land combat, just because of the nature of moving the ships over the water.
Ships ready.
So let's see, 2 light missile ships, and we've got
General.
1 melee ship. So the melee ship, these are literally just meant ramming into the other ship and taking all of my guys on the ship, on the other ship, killing everyone until they capture the ship, then getting back on our ship. That's essentially all of it. So I'll show you once we get going.
Support ships ready.
I want to try and whittle down.
Make them proud that we are their defenders.
Enemy reinforcements approaching.
Gods are watching. Make sure they are not ashamed. General! At your command, support ships. By your command.
Why are you running?
Crewed and ready.
Oh, I see you're not running. Okay.
By your command. Support ships ready. General!
Our general is under attack.
Okay. Oh, did they set me on fire? This one? Oh, they're using fire arrows. Okay. Yeah. I don't know how that's gonna turn. Oh, we'll see.
Ships reporting. Weapons ready.
Sink them.
An entire
Oh.
unit has perished.
Wow, they. I didn't realize that my ship took so much damage.
Our general has fallen.
Well, that's what happens when you throw a lower number of ships against a larger number of ships,
At your command.
and they're gonna ram them, and
Ships.
yeah, that's what I thought. Oh well.
Support ships at your
One
command.
of our units has used all.
Well, we'll get them next time. Just those first 3 ships that they had here, we wouldn't have had to worry about much, but because they had backup forces, and I was a little careless with my commander ship, I didn't realize how quickly he could get taken down.
Back. Pausing.
So that's going to allow them to be able to send out more forces, but that's okay. I can take them down most likely within the next 3 turns. And what I'm going to do is, so whenever one of your generals dies and the army's still alive, you have to take from your selection of generals that are left to take command. So basically battlefield promotion. Anyone's familiar with that. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and take what? Ironically, it looks like one of the 2 free ones, Lucius Cornelius Scipio, actually has the best stats, even though it's not the stat that I want to be the highest. I'd rather have it be zeal or authority. That's fine. So we'll go ahead and take this. Hit tab by accident. Whoops. Actually, that actually provides me a good example, or a good opportunity to explain what this map is. This is the overview of the entire map that you can take over in Rome 2. And it shows the different icons of each faction owner, as well as what color they are, and then also you can also toggle by like political affiliation for your own guys. You can toggle by diplomatic status. You can see the key up there. And then public order, wealth, growth, for how fast your settlements can grow, and then go from there. But now we're going to bring you back.
Knowing a port. Yes. Ready for orders.
I will say that was pretty funny watching my generals shit pop like a grape. I was not expecting. Maybe what I should do actually is turn you into a military wharf. That would be quite useful. This one doesn't cost food. The units. Okay, they're not artillery units. Should kind of make it a shipwright, because that will enable me to upgrade it further once I get to the tech level that I need, which that's just a matter of turns. So basically just survive until.
Fleet reporting. We're going to need a bigger fleet.
Let's see. I'm going to move you down. So, as you guys can see, there's little particle effects from the snow coming down. It is currently winter, and if we go further north, you can start to see some snow. And then you go all the way north, like into France, or modern day France, or especially into Britain, then you can see snow once the map is revealed. But we'll get there eventually. So
Ready for orders.
you guys, I will send south so that once I finish building this fleet, I can disarm me
Ready for battle.
and take these guys out. Looks like they only have 6 guys in the garrison, and he's only got 1 unit, but he's most likely going to be building more. So
We hunger for battle.
we'll have to keep an eye on that.
At your command.
Looks like you're ready to move over. I don't want to start this war just yet. One, because I don't want to be seen as like a tyrannical conqueror. 2, because it is possible for them to create a
A river of goods and coin between our lands would surely see all prosper. Will you agree to trade?
yes, I would agree to trade. But the fact that you're expansionist and you're unreliable in your dealings, I don't know how reliable, or I don't know how long this trade deal is going to stay in place. But we'll see how it goes.
Talk can be tasteless, but when we have agreement, it makes wine sweeter and gives meat savor.
Alright. Okay. Good. Oh no! Plague. Where's the plague? It's 10 public order, interrupts recruit replenishment, and provincial. Okay. That case. I'm going to build a Field of Mars for military recruitment because it provides 2 Estati units for garrison that place, which will help with the public order. We'll see how things go with that. That ship is built. Population surplus. Oh good, that's only going to last for 2 turns. Sweet. And construction complete. Look for him. Okay.
Ready for orders.
I'll put him in that settlement. Him down further.
It is an honor to serve Rome. Assembling the fleet.
Or 2 turns until I get more ships
Ready for battle.
of higher quality.
Set up
That's
a
okay.
watch. Your orders.
In the meantime, I'll just build more of these levy missile ships. So. Okay. Where's Poppins? Wait. Wrong settlement. Sweet. Hold off on building that for now.
We hunger for battle. At your command. Ready for orders. March.
Okay. So whenever two armies of the same faction go to the same area, you can click on one of the two and then click on the other. And basically what you can do is reassign where you want the units. And then you can either disband the army after all the units except for the general unit have left, or you can just use that other army to basically act as a reserve force once you've trained up more forces. So for now, what I'm going to do is
Men. Ready for orders.
this here
I
and
wait
there.
patrols.
I want to see what the relations between Epirus and ow. You you don't like me, and you also don't like them. That's wow. Okay. We're at war with Athens, Sparta. This might actually be the perfect time for me to jump at the chance to invade them. They've only got one province left. Got nowhere to go.
We hunger for battle.
I'm making ships. His fleet. Fruit.
It is an honor to serve Rome.
I want to have what's the range on that? 420? The Onager is 350. But higher missile damage. It's only 20 missile damage. Plus it costs less. Okay.
Assembling the fleet.
We'll build that fleet up,
Reporting.
and then we'll send what is his name again? Marcus Brutus. That's appropriate, considering the Brutii are the ones who conquered, or were given the task of conquering, whatchamacallit,
We hunger for battle.
name is blanking out on me. Greece, there we go. So I'll send you down there, so that you can at least provide some protection against any... Wait, what happened to Carthage? How'd you take that from Carthage? I need to investigate that for a second. Or with Bertani, Etuli, Syracuse. That's interesting. Hmm. Oh well, we'll take care of that when the time comes. In the meantime, it can wait.
Ready for orders.
And turns 1 turn. Okay. Sweet. Sweet. And what are the forces I can...
To serve Rome.
There. Oh, that's a military wolf. Okay. Naval maneuvers, and I need 3,800 denarius. Alright. Which, we're not going to get that for a long time because we're not doing research on the naval side of things. We're instead doing, excuse me, we're doing economic research. Because that will be very helpful. I realized I was looking at the construction and the philosophy stuff as I was saying economy research, but the other stuff will be very helpful in regards to the economy, just because it will help us with food as well as money. And then later on we can research more both philosophical topics as well as the construction area, which will allow us to construct some pretty nice buildings. But for now, we're going to focus on the economy, and then I think what I'm going to do after that is actually go into military and potentially do not going to do siege because not many settlements have walls right now. At least right away. So it won't be as helpful. But tactics might be helpful because it increases things like morale, missile damage, ship health, missile damage for ships, melee attack and defense, as well as charge bonus. Okay. Yeah, I think I know what I'm going to do next. So, upkeep. See, the hard thing is trying to decide whether or not to go for management, which will help with a lot of upkeep costs for the Roman soldiers, because Roman soldiers get expensive. Or I could go tactics and improve the stats of my guys, both on the Navy side and on the Army side. So it's kind of a 50-50 split. What I could do is I could stop what I'm doing here and then work on tactics, make my guys better, and then go into management. And this specific one, cohort organization, the historical basis for that specific research tech is due to an event known as the Marius Reforms, where a certain general, Gaius Marius, basically put into place a lot of reforms that caused Rome's army to go from a volunteer army, as it was in the Republic era, to a professional paid army where equipment was provided and anyone could join. At least I'm pretty sure anyone could join. If I'm wrong, then yeah. But in game, what that basically does is replaces a lot of our early game units like Hastati, Triarii, Principes, Principes, and places them with much stronger versions of what we know from history as the Roman legion cohort units, and that will help take down a lot of the later game units from other factions, because the way that Creative Assembly, who are the devs for Total War, the Total War series, they really buffed the Roman units, both in the first game, and I think they also did the same in this game as well. So we'll see how far we can get, and then after cohort organization research, there's professional soldiery, which further decreases upkeep costs, recruitment costs, and also replaces the units that were just researched and replace the early game units will be replaced with the late game units, which are like the legionary cohorts, the Praetorian Guard, like when we think of movies about Rome, or about movies that have a Roman setting, so like Gladiator or other movies like that, or Ben-Hur, if anyone's seen that, then those are the soldiers that this specific tech is talking about. So that's something for us to look forward to. Probably won't happen in the next session, probably won't happen in this session or even the next session, but it's definitely something to look forward to. Speaking of next session, or the next sessions, I'm actually thinking about expanding both my the streaming schedule, so that I'm going to incorporate either Saturdays, same time as Tuesday and Thursday, so 4 to 7 for streaming, or I might do Monday nights, just because of the way things work in IRL. For me, just those are two of the best times for me to do more streaming. And as a result, I'm also thinking about adding 2 new, well, not new games, but 2 other games that I think you guys might find interesting. And they are either Warframe, which I know Warframe is a very large community, and I've been playing for years, but I just never got to streaming it. So, and that would just be the purpose of it would just be similar to this game as well as in the 40K and Warhammer stream on Tuesdays. That would be for just hanging out, having a good time, providing a friendly environment as best I can, and allow you guys to see how I play Warframe. And then also another two options. Yeah, be amazed. It's a lot of fun. That is one of the options. Two others are I actually just acquired a copy of a I bought a copy of an emulator for the PS2, and there is a website called Best Old Games that they have a decent selection from what I've seen, but they also have a decent amount of older older Lord of the Rings games, and I'm pretty big into Lord of the Rings. So like I play Lord of the Rings online, as well as some other Lord of the Rings games that I played on both my PS2 as well as PC. And so this emulator that I got allows me to play a certain Lord of the Rings game called Lord of the Rings: The Third Age. And if anyone's heard of it, or seen it played, or played it yourself, I'm sure you'll enjoy watching me play, hopefully. And I look forward to using that as another option as well. And then the third option, I'm still thinking about, but if I had to pick one, if I had to pick one, it'd probably be something like either Frostpunk, just because I enjoy that game so much, even though it's very stressful. uh, or what I could do is also do a streaming day for what's the name of it? Let's see. Yeah. Or do a stream of the one of the newer games that's come out that I have. I haven't put much time into it at all, so it's definitely something I'm looking forward to doing. But I'm also not very good at these style of games. Is from the developer named From Software, which I'm sure if you've heard of Dark Souls, you'll immediately recognize which one I'm talking about. That's Elden Ring. I could also stream that as well. So those are three different options. If you guys want to give me feedback via in the chat, or give me feedback through whispers on my Twitch channel, it's up to you. You can also give me feedback on that as well on my YouTube channel, which is linked to this. So we can kind of figure out what you guys might be interested in watching me play and potentially losing at, but at the same time, it's all fun and games. So, or at least that's how I like to keep it. So, anyway, continuing on. We are going to end this turn.
Ready for battle.
Oh, actually, before I continue on too much, as far as the new streaming days, I'm going to make a decision on that, and I'll get back to everyone on the next stream, as well as put it up on my channel. That way, no one misses out. All right. Well then. So apparently they didn't like me taking taking their cities, so they decided to an army. Let's see where they're at. Really now? Really? So your plan is to march in here, 5 units, and retake this settlement. Okay. We'll see how that works out for you.
Ready for orders. Advance.
Gotta love having a massive move speed. So what's gonna happen is these guys are going to attack this settlement, and because my army just moved up here, they're gonna reinforce. I love when a plan comes together. Not that I plan for them to attack, but we'll see how it goes. Oh, good. That shipwright finished. Sweet. Okay, that allows me to recruit some more ships of different kinds. So, but in the meantime,
Yes.
okay. Free Stadi. These fire pod Stadi would be very, very fun to use. The range doesn't give me the range. Okay. So they're is it that they ram into the other ship and throw fire pots onto the other ship, or do they just pass by and throw them on? I'll build 1 unit of those just to see what they're like, and then make the decision off of that. Let's see. How is my faction doing? Oh, I've actually improved. Whatchamacallit? So, what I want to do is I want to get my my Imperium, or the faction power, as high as physically possible. Well, actually not as high as possible, but I want to get it to a point where it will I'm sorry. I didn't read this before I actually started talking. The basis for this bar is basically however many armies, fleets, and settlements you have, this will continue to increase, and it will cause more and more problems for you because you're controlling such a large um, nation. And that will create problems due to inflation and other economic problems as well as population problems. But at the same time, it's also going to cause you to have a huge influence on my political rivals. So it's kind of a trade-off. But we can mitigate a lot of those penalties with the research that I was looking at earlier. So in one sense, it's kind of a win-win. Let's see. I want to do 6 result. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Absolutely not. Let's see. Would be kind of nice to get one of those guys over, especially him. Either him or him would be really useful to bring over to my faction. There's 2 more cunning targets authority. Authority's 4. So I can't get him because his authority is 5. But his authority is 4, so I could do that actually. Oh, is he the party leader? Yeah, he is the party leader. Darn. That's unfortunate. That is quite unfortunate. Okay. Let's try and get. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. So that should have increased his gravitas. I think it did. Authority for one targeted fragment. Oh, I see. Okay. So if I were to do that to all my own faction members, increase their authority. Okay. I'm going to try and secure a promotion for wife. And it was a success. Sweet. That'll give her more gravitas. Basically, more points for her to spend to do stuff. As well as all regions gain additional wealth from payment and loyalty to political party. Sweet. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and end the turn. That drink. Hydration is useful and necessary.
Come now, let us debate this matter like civilized men, and then realize that a treaty would be sensible.
So Athens wants us to sign a non-aggression pact with them. This can go a number of ways. Or A, sign it, and I focus more towards Carthage after taking down Epirus. Or I can decline it and keep my reputation, or actually, would that decrease my reputation? I don't think it would. The only reason I'm thinking of declining the non-aggression pact would to prevent myself from getting in a situation politically where I look like the bad guy for attacking Macedon and their vassal Athens, or my eventual invasion of Greece. That said, a non-aggression pact could be useful while I gain a better foothold in Western European regions and go east. Dealing with the east is a lot more difficult than dealing with the west, with the exception of like Germania. So there's a reason why the Germans, or the German people, were able to keep out the Romans. Yeah, I'll do it.
You serve the gods and your people well with this agreement. I will make sacrifice in thanks of it.
More ships. Interesting.
Your orders?
Okay.
Ready for orders.
Gotcha. Okay. What's the matter? You running away? Why are you running away? You didn't want to take this town?
It is an
Oh.
honor to serve Rome. Fleet reporting.
Currently building anything? No, they're not. Okay. Hmm.
Ready for orders. It is an honor to serve Rome. Recruiting more ships for Rome, Commander.
Hmm. I will need to move against them soon, so otherwise Macedon is going to take it, and then I'll have to fight them instead. Offensive war as opposed to defensive war. Because almost every time that I have tried this tactic of taking down Epirus first and then taking on Macedon, has always resulted in Macedon attacking me out of the blue because they want this province rather than just letting me have it. But, oh well.
At your command.
Okay.
Ready for orders.
I'll throw another one on the whatchamacallit, recruitment pile. I just saw a Spartan army. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but I just saw the Spartan army moving north towards Epirus, so I might do that this turn. That way I don't get left out of the crap. Is that?
Hunger for
Oh, it's him. Of course, our dictator, the faction leader, gets an executioner as part of his retinue. Of course.
Ready for battle. We hunger for battle.
Looks like their navy is there. Perfect opportunity. Why does Sparta own? Wait a second. What? They... Are they fighting Macedon? No, they're not. Okay. Okay. Yeah, they're still at war with Epirus, so that army that I saw moving from here to here is definitely going for Apollona. So,
Fleet reporting at your command. Boarding.
let's see, can I
Going aboard.
like
It is
to
an honor to
get
going
them?
aboard. Ready for battle.
There we go. And I would like to attack that settlement. Yes, I know attacking foreign assets is an act of war. Why do you think I'm doing it?
Your orders.
Doo-doo-doo. Yes. Yes.
And
Yes.
none shall pass.
And their navy's out of range. Sweet. So I don't have to do a naval battle. All I have to do is do a amphibious landing onto this settlement. Okay, I can do that. This is going to stink for them. So much fun. And speaking of stuff that's going to stink, I'm going to go ahead and out of range. Darn. Oh, provides more incentive for me to get some more ships and then be ready to take them down next time. Which, speaking of which, what's the range on you guys? Roll. Oh, okay. I see. That's acting as a little scout force for them.
Ready for orders. Yes.
Okay. I see what I have to do.
At your command.
Yeah, I'll take the risk.
Going aboard. Stopping for now. Put your backs into it, you men.
Turns. 5 units. That's 16. There's no problem there. I'll just, even if I lose guys, what'll happen is I'll just get the rest of the town, whatever I have left. I'll also send these guys over
Reporting.
once they're done recruiting those 2 units.
Hermes would surely bless you if trade between our peoples was allowed. Do not annoy the gods.
Excuse me. Taking that trade while I can. Yeah, that's what I thought would happen. Tuscan League. Or the units are going back there. Another family seeks to adopt one of your characters. See, I really would like to keep that character. So I'm going to say no. Even though it makes an -1 for senators. Once. Rampant piracy. Pirates are a serious problem requiring immediate action. How would you like this, Herman? How come I can't? Gotcha. Okay. There must be some cost requirement or something that I don't have enough money to do. Well, guess I just have to take the penalty for now. Faithfulness. Authority in public order.
Ready for orders.
Is that actually missing part of? Oh, he's that one. Well, I'm kind of glad that didn't have him be part of my faction now. Guard. You, however, I'm going to I'm going to see if I can secure you. Great. Sweet. You, I'm going to see that pre-ambition. Don't know if I can to. There. I are Easterners, traditional agricultural. It's Greeks. So I actually want to make these guys happy with me. Because if I hear loyalty for each Greek faction with which you have established diplomatic treaties. Okay. You have some loyalty in them because I already have some treaties with Athens and Sparta. Okay. In response, I will give you a promotion. Where are you right now?
Your orders?
Oh, you're the one leading that. Gotcha. Okay. So I will give you the Gladius so that you get or you give rather a melee attack bonus. Effect next turn. And
Ready for orders.
slow. Where'd their army go? Arcanic one, no, I haven't killed them off yet. I'm gonna be doing that in probably the next turn or two. So
Commander,
right now I'm working on getting my troops over to that island, which is the only place they have left.
ready
So
for orders. Moving out.
send my navy over there, send my troops over there,
Disembarking.
so that they'll land on the northern side of the island and then come down, take the city by land, rather than having to do a whatchamacallit, amphibious landing. So what I'm going to do now is an army or is it fleet? I'm just wondering where did your army go? There was an army right there. Did you like send it down here to fight Sparta? After I declared war on you? That's kind of stupid.
Fleet reporting.
You have 10 defenders. Okay.
Yes. Get the
Oh, no.
blockade set up.
Darn. Not what I wanted. I wanted to do an amphibious landing. Oh. And I'm gonna have to fight the guys behind. Yeah. Okay. This is going to be an interesting battle. Let's see. Definitely doing this by hand. Yeah, this is going to be a tough one. But we'll see how it goes. Okay, I don't have to worry about my guys getting off the ships. That was very nice of them. However, I am going to have to get my ships around the city, probably to that area, and then get my guys in there, take the city, and then turn around and defend it from the guys who are going to be showing up from that direction. Either that, or I immediately go attack the guys reinforcing, then turn around and take the city. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think about Arcanic One. Yeah, and I also can, because I'm sieging the settlement, I can actually deploy my guys directly at the location where those enemy units are going to be reinforcing into. So that makes things pretty easy. Yeah, I'll just do that. I will just have to be careful because um, the units from the city could very possibly come out while I'm fighting. Hit me from behind. But we'll see how this goes. Now, I believe this reinforcing army is either the same size or just a little smaller than mine. So I'm hoping it's on the smaller side. If it's not, we may have made a great mistake. Oh well. Here's my ships, and they have two of their ships here. They're both.
Our reinforcements have arrived.
They're both. Whatchamacallits? Uh-oh. Are you there? Okay. I thought that I had the right. Whoops. I hit tab by accident. I thought I had the right location for them, but
Ready and waiting. Ready, King. We obey. General. Quickly now.
heavy shock cav. That's not good. That's going to be a problem. Fortunately, they're only 50 out of the 80, but still, that is not going to be fun. Okay. Let's see if I can't get them to shell city from... Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can't get them to shell the city. Rather than go on land. Meanwhile, totally messed that up. Oh. We'll just call it a lack of information.
Advance at speed. On me.
Don't advance at speed. Just walk there.
Ready for duty.
Don't need you guys getting tired. Especially with a gigantic battle happening.
Orders. Happy to serve Rome. Right out.
And you guys already emptied your troops out. Okay. Spears. Heavy pikes. Very heavy spears, hoplites. Those are going to be a problem. I'm hoping that my guys will... Yes, that's exactly what I want. I want you shelling them.
Assault ships ready for orders.
Actually, wait a minute. get you to come over here since you're a heavy melee.
Artillery ships reporting. By your command. Rude and ready. Support ships ready and waiting. Moving out. Artillery awaiting orders. Give way. Sons of Mars.
Well, those guys are having a bad day. Time to make it even worse.
In the name of Rome! Missile infantry ready! Double ready! Riders advance!
Get there in time. Can I get there? That's the question. No. The answer is no.
Proud Romans all! For Rome! For the gods! Releasing! For Rome!
This is gonna hurt, most likely.
General! Forward!
Yep, that's what I thought. Okay.
Hastati! Pull back! Attack! For Rome! Sons of Mars! Engage! Melee troops awaiting orders.
Excuse me. You two? I want you two shelling them. Oh, there. At the risk of shelling my own troops. But
We have discovered the enemy's hidden units.
that is what. So. Oh, I see where you're going.
Melee troops! To charge! Hastati! Advance! Orders!
Yeah, you're not.
The men are wavering.
You are not getting my general.
Withdraw! Advance! Melee infantry ready! Hastati! Your orders!
Our general is under attack.
Okay, I expected that.
To charge!
No, I didn't want you going that way. I want you going that way.
Yours to command!
Okay.
Command!
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Okay. Get you away from the pikemen.
Orders understood!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Them.
At your service! Engage!
Send you into them. That looked like it hurt. Okay.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna lose this. That's okay. We'll make up for it.
Tackle glory! Understood. Yes, Commander. Understood. General! Hail, Roman bull! Mars, aid us! By your command! By your command! Fire!
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display. Sons of Mars!
Good, I got them before their spears went down.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display. Our general has fallen.
Okay.
Our general has fallen.
Both generals died, okay. That was not a close defeat. That was not a close defeat whatsoever. Yeah, I made a grave mistake by not attacking the city directly. It was a misclick on my part. But the thing is, once you commit in those situations, it's actually worse to try and retreat before the battle starts, because then you will have your guys go in a random direction, and then the army gets split up from the navy. It wouldn't be good. But this wasn't really any better per se, though. They had 1,000 troops more, and we still managed to get 782 kills. Okay.
Fall back! Finding shelter. At your command. Ready for orders. Ready for orders.
Don't. Yeah. There's no way I have no.
We hunger for battle.
That army is basically doomed. So there's no way I can get away from the other army in time.
Fleets reporting.
The least I can do is try and save my navy. As much as I hate leaving those boys behind,
At your command.
it's just not gonna be possible to get them out. So
Ready for orders. Your orders.
okay. So I'm actually going to end the stream here. I feel like that's a good stopping point. So if I hit end turn, then this army is going to attack mine, and then we'll have a whole other battle, which I think will push us past the normal stream time. So I'm going to end a little bit short, or a little bit early today. Plus, my throat's just starting to feel a little raspy, so. But hope everyone enjoyed, and if you're watching this after the stream, then I hope you enjoy as well. And I hope to catch you guys all on next Tuesday when we continue the crusade against Nurgle's plague in Warhammer 40k Demon Hunters. Chaos Gate Demon Hunters. Hope you all have a good weekend, and I'll talk to you all later.